I'm Chris Leva. I'm the playwright and writer of Books and Bridges.
And my name's Joe Bashara. I'm the Associate Producing Director for CATCO and the Director of Books and Bridges.
My process started a couple of years ago when I started conceiving of the play. It started with a newspaper article that I read, actually, about a small town, I think it was in Long Island, where they had a small bookstore, a local bookstore, and then another bookstore moved in, and people started vandalizing that bookstore. And it became like this terrible thing, fighting. And I said, well, there's probably a play there. But then I got afraid of it because You've Got Mail and Shop Around the Corner and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't want to write that play. So I just kind of, I kept that as a bookmark in my internet and just said, later. And then I don't know what that catalyst was where I just suddenly started seeing the opening of the play of bringing in these really wet books and just throwing them down, and suddenly something happened with the characters, and it just started writing itself for a while, and then it stopped writing itself, and it made me angry. But I got it done. It took.
You know what's funny is that with all those meetings that we talked about, we never talked about how you actually came up with the play.
No, we never did.
Because I just liked it so much, we just got past it. I was like, I love this. How are we gonna make it work?
Well, it became less about it became about the process going forward, which is what I really enjoy. Honestly, it's been really great to see these characters come to life in ways that, not that I didn't intend, but in ways that are still surprising to me, which is really great.
Because I've got to tell you, it's one of those things that's really exciting and also really terrifying at the same time, which I think is the reason why I enjoy working on brand new plays so much, is that it's like I have a clear vision, and no matter whether a playwright says, oh, I'm okay, do your thing, you don't know if that's always the case. It's been interesting. Like I try to check in with you periodically, and I hope that you're not looking at me, because I want to watch your reaction to what's going on versus your reaction to what I am saying to them.
Yeah.
And so it's part of the joy I have as a director, is having the playwright in the room, because it is exciting and terrifying. But then to see the payoff, like to catch a glimpse at you when you don't know I'm looking, and to see that it's actually working in your head as well as what I think it's working for what I'm seeing, it's awesome.
And there's always that conversation about, is theater a writer's medium? Is it a collaborative medium? What kind of thing is it? And really, it's everybody's. It's a collaborative thing. No, but it's been really nice to have the collaboration in terms of being open with Joe about what I think about the play, what he thinks about the play, and knowing that I've had my process for 2 years. It's been me and my process and my ownership of that process. And now I've handed it over to Joe and Erin, who's playing Julia, and Andrew, who's playing Dane, and Nikki, who's playing Betsy. And now it's theirs to play around with until it's the audience's to play around with. So for me, my part, while not being done, has moved over to them on the assembly line. And it's been a process that way. And I'm excited just to be in the room watching them work.
It's funny, when people ask about how theater artists collaborate, you think that we're really all constantly talking about how something looks, feels, and you can run into that. But when you run into too many cooks in the kitchen, often the end result is not what the picture you saw in the cookbook. Chris has been extremely gracious, and I'm grateful for that. I have adapted plays, but I've never birthed my own. But I appreciate and respect those who do, and for him to be so amenable to what we are doing now, which is, I think, fairly close to what his vision is, but I don't know yet, because he's allowing the process to play out.
Yes, I did spend 2 years holed up in my room typing, but now I get to be in the room, watching this go, making notes on, maybe we could punch that up, maybe we could do that, but letting this play in this time be experienced, because even though the notes that I'm making today, that I made tonight during rehearsal, may change once I see it with 20, 30, hopefully more people in the audience and what they're reacting to. The actors are giving something, Joe's giving something, and then the audience gives the next thing. So really, I don't know what I have, what I've done, until the audience sits down and the play happens back here for them. If you're interested in catching Books and Bridges, there are 2 opportunities to do so. The first is on June 8th at 6 p.m.
And if you can't make it that time, we will do one more performance. A final performance will happen on June 15th. Yes, it's Father's Day. What better way to spend Father's Day than to come and see Books and Bridges? That's what I think. Also at 6 p.m. in Studio 3 in the Riffe Center. Completely free, by the way. Free admission to come and see a world premiere production.